will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise,
How long is he going to be saying this for?
Treatise, manifesto.
Let's give him 30 seconds.
Manifesto. Treatise.
And if he keeps talking, he's just going to click the button.
Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise.
Okay, fuck
manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Where's his dialogue at? Not his dialogue, his fucking subtitles. His subtitles are not here. Okay, we are just gonna... There we go.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's
quick, really?
Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place?
Wait, the door's gone.
I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere?
What the heck, Chad?
A sufficiently large crack in the wall?
Door's gone!
I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There wasn't.
Did the door teleport somewhere?
Wasn't there? I swear there was.
Press the button. Are you getting tired of his crap already, Tosh?
Ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave?
I know, man. I
Please,
know.
I'll
I
take
just
any
want
option
to.
at all. I'm asking you to work with me here.
Like, I want to hear his dialogue.
We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here. Wait here for me. And don't press the skip button.
I won't click the skip button.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. I'll be right back.
Okay. Bring back some chips while you're at it. I'm gonna click the skip button. Doo doo. Doo doo. Doo 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 doo. Doo 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 doo.
Stanley!
Hi!
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times.
You made the game!
And
I think you
there's
just make
no
a door,
Stanley.
can you not?
There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it.
What
and
do you
I
mean?
have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those
why you don't
reviews
read
that
the
I couldn't
reviews,
get out of
man.
my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's
should always read
opinion
the
matter so
reviews.
much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself.
Yep.
I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve?
One
For
person.
whose benefit is this? And here I
One
am
person
now,
changed
stuck
it
in a
all.
room, waiting for you to press this button, to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I have the power to
That's
prevent
such
it all from
depressing.
happening.
Oh my
If
God.
only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone.
Oh my
Surely
God.
I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely
I feel
you'll put
bad
your
for
own
him.
desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was
have to
it
press
so
it to
important
get out
for
of
me
it.
to fix
I
the
know.
problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine.
Oh.
I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says
All right.
about me. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're
What
back.
happened?
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
I've been sitting here all that
Two-
time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Just like
Me
that here.
talking,
So-
you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same
light
at all.
over here.
It isn't even close.
What's that?
Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed
my
to
God,
know
the
that
plant's
someone
dying.
was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley, not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me.
I do want to
Maybe,
apologize to
Stanley,
Chad for
if you
letting this
can
be
hear
so long.
me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along?
I just like hearing
Perhaps.
dialogues,
Yeah.
especially the narrator.
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in a stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying.
Has that hour
I
hand
can
moved at
tell
all?
that I am
It
becoming
feels like it's been
less
the
and
one
less
for a good
real.
bit.
Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have
Cheers,
cast
chat.
a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate
Okay.
it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
And then we're gonna click it again. Oh.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
It's
I sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year. Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but
Is it still
regret
on it for a
the
year?
longest
The
time,
planet's
Stan.
completely dead.
Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
The
And when
clock
that
is
feeling
broken.
had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the
How the
question
hell
of
has this
free
thing
will
been on for a
that
year
you and
while
I have
everything else is
squabbled over
dead?
for so long?
The clock, the
There could
lights,
be
the
no
planet.
one ending, no singular outcome of events.
But that's
not
still
if
on.
all events existed in the
fuck,
same
yeah, that's
moment.
still beeping.
And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all time.
Oh, it gets worse.
And that each of them was simply a strand
bet it
in
does.
the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience.
This has
And
to be
then
the longest,
This moment passed,
like,
and the most unyielding fear
ending
I have ever known crept
in the
into my
Stanley
mind.
Parable.
And it is this sensation that I have been
you
experiencing
gotta wonder, how
now
long did it take
for
this
longer than I
narrator
could
to
have ever expected was
come up with these
possible.
ideas?
I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but
Especially
merely
coming with these
to state
paragraphs,
for
I guess,
you the plain fact
say
of
for the
manner of
player.
existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
In the darkness. Boop! Narrator? Is he dead? Did he die of old age? Oh, it's getting slower. He's not talking. Did he die? Did he die from old age? Oh no. We're gonna click this again. Okay, the clock is now on the ground. That stopped moving completely. That thing is beeping. I think the narrator's dead. Oh no. No, not the narrator. No.
But they didn't understand the game was
He's
never
alive!
meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down
think he's
review
going crazy.
and all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think. To feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison, perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up.
There we go. Oh. I saw a water drop. That wasn't there before, nor did I hear that before. I feel like the room is going to get flooded. Well, time to pass time again, chat.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
This poor guy, he's lost it. Like, I can imagine narrator just old as hell with a long ass beard.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the
Guys, the roof is crying. Oh boy. This is a little concerning. What the fuck happened? Is that a way out? Hello? What is happening? Oh, sunlight! Sunlight! Did this just turn into a horror game? Oh, never mind. It's all green. Look at that. I think the narrator is dead. The narrator is so dead right now. And it's just us. We are literally on our own. Berries. Ooh, 2D berries. Look at that, chat. We got ourselves some 2D berries. Awesome. Okay, we're just gonna click the button again. Oh, come on! Oh. I don't like that noise. That's a very concerning noise there, chat. Fuck that. No, thank you. I'm good. I am good. It is now a horror game. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that, Tosh. No. Is this the ghost of the narrator? Is he haunting me? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Skip. Skip, please. Excuse me? What? 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 Where? Is it Mad Max? The world became that fucked. Time passes and now the world's just a giant desert? I guess we move forward. Oh. What is happening? That's it? Okay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
His dialogue changed. He's not supposed to say that. New content.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Is another skip button? Okay. This new content better be better.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The Stanley Parable 2. Oh, because I'm employee 427 as well.
Measly re-release with a few minor additions. Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Again.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
What the? Excuse me? Is that supposed to happen? Narrator? Yeah, interesting area there, Tosh. Okay, we're just gonna... Can I go this way? I can't, no, okay. I must say, this is a nice modern office. Very cool, actually. Alrighty. I guess I just keep going, like there's no point just clicking random stuff.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
So many twos! Okay, I get it. It's part 2 of the Stanley Parable. New features. New content. Okay. Again! 2! 2 is everywhere! 2! Number 2!
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the
my
new
goodness.
features.
This is huge. Hear your name in the game? Yes. Are these just all directions I can go to? Like, different endings? I don't know where to go. Where do I go? Oh, so many choices. I can go to that door, I can go through those doors, I can go up there, I can go that way. You can test all the rooms. Okay. We'll go this way then.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Wait, really? Like, is it actually going to say my name, or is it just going to say Stanley's name?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
Oh my god.
Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course,
Really?
in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along.
Jim.
I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Take a
Thank you
deep
for the
breath,
follow.
Clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine
Welcome
yourself
to the live
living
stream.
as Jim, sleeping
pressing
and
it.
waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as
So wait,
Jim.
keep pressing it
and
right
as
now, or
Jim,
do I let the
watching
narrator
your
finish?
dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break.
Imagine
from
if
the
someone
Jim
actually named
I'm too
Jim
emotionally
played this
drained
game
from
and
all of this
guy.
personal Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes
Jim,
a person
Jim.
can be too much Jim.
Jim.
I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise,
No,
soon you'll
no,
start to
no,
lose all
don't take my
the
Jim button
sense of
away.
who you actually are.
Jim.
No! They took my fucking Jim button away. No! Why narrator? I'm not Jim, but still. Bastard. Okay, where do we go next?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Should we go this way? Receive the bucket. Where's the bucket at? Is it... What's this over here? Red is the new orange. A whole new office. New update. That's a nice floor texture there. Wait, jump circle. Where's the jump circle? Oh my goodness gracious! Is that me? Is that Stan Lee? Wait, free new plus easy achievement. Get it here. I want the achievement. Or do I get the achievement? Free achievement. Okay.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken.
Give me the achievement.
I'm not a wizard, Stanley.
I want the
but
achievement.
I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been
Give me the
uproariously
achievement.
demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Fucking lying sack of shit. How dare you? I was promised an achievement and you're gonna cock block me like that? No. Come on. Ah, you suck. Chat. I was lied to. We were lied to. We were promised an achievement. Bastard. How could he? So far, the Stanley Parable 2 sucks. They took away my gym button. They promised me an achievement, but I didn't
What
get an
else?
achievement.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Be able to get the get eventually.
well.
Not gonna spoil it.
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Really? You could put the jump circle and I can't. This is rigged, chat. This is stupid. So that's 3 things that are just disappointing. The fucking gym bun, the achievement, and now the jump circle. What more disappointing things are going to be here in this fucking Stanley Museum 2 bullshit? We should go up there. What's over here?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
He's hiding something. He was going to say something, but then he had to cut himself off. Infinite hole. Collectibles. There's collectibles? What's the infinite hole? Jeez, there's so many fucking ways we can go. Wait, what does that say? No screenshots. What happens if I
Okay, I'll
click
be
a
honest, I
screenshot?
haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I'm gonna take a screenshot. Get well sooner, happy birthday. I'm gonna do happy birthday since it was my birthday yesterday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Oh.
Get Well Someday it is.
That's not why I clicked. Even more disappointing! I couldn't even have my own way! Come on! Ah, this sucks. This place sucks. I don't want to be here no more. Jeez. This is all nothing but disappointing bullshit, chat.